Hello, welcome to Divided Nexus Pet Stories YouTube channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the video. This is the story of Rio Gaming Nexus, the Lily Protocol. The neon green glow of the Rio Gaming Nexus logo cast sharp shadows across the room as Rio leaned into his professional-grade microphone, his signature gray ball cap pulled low over his eyes. On the massive center monitor, the final boss of Kingdoms of Ether let out a digitized roar that shook the subwoofers, its pixelated claws tearing through the game's reality. Rio's hands were a blur on the keyboard, his face tight with the focused intensity of a man in his 30s who had spent a lifetime chasing this specific leaderboard peak. "I can't see the pattern, Nexus crew," he shouted to his thousands of live viewers, his hazel eyes darting behind his glasses. "The lag is hitting 300 ms, it's a total wipe." Beneath the camera's view, tucked safely between Rio's keyboard and his chest, Lily's short white fur bristled against the memory foam of her Aegis pod. While Rio saw a chaotic mess of lag and glitching textures, Lily's canine senses, heightened by the pod's neural link, saw the raw code. She saw the Null King virus attempting to derez Rio's character from the server. Without a sound, the tiny chihuahua stood up on her pressure-sensitive mat, her slender legs moving in a rhythmic, lightning-fast pitter-patter that Rio mistook for her usual pre-nap shivering. As Lily's paws danced, Rio's character on screen suddenly stopped flailing. To the viewers, it looked like Rio had found a God mode exploit. His avatar performed a series of frame-perfect, 360-degree parries that defied the laws of the game's physics. Rio gasped, his fingers momentarily freezing in shock as he watched his own character move with a grace he hadn't commanded. "Whoa. Did you see that? My inputs they're delayed, but they're perfect," he yelled, adjusting his cap as the chat erupted into a sea of green emojis. Lily's large, dark eyes were locked on a flickering orange anomaly in the corner of the screen. Snitch the glitch squirrel. The rodent was chewing on a data pipe, causing the massive spikes in latency. Lily let out a sharp, authoritative yip, a sound the stream's noise-canceling software filtered out, but the Aegis pod translated into a system overdrive command. Suddenly, a hidden secondary cursor appeared on Rio's HUD, a tiny white wolf head icon that zipped across the screen with predatory speed. "Wait, what is that? Is that a new patch feature?" Rio muttered, trying to keep up with the action. He followed the white icon instinctively, his crosshair snapping onto Snitch's flickering form. In that moment, the secret influence was palpable. Rio felt a strange, magnetic pull on his mouse, guiding his hand toward a shot he shouldn't have been able to make. It was as if Lily were whispering the coordinates directly into his nervous system. With one final, synchronized pitter-patter from Lily and a desperate click from Rio, the bark of retribution launched from the character's sword. The projectile didn't hit the boss, it hit the squirrel. The virus shattered into a million glowing green fragments that spelled out Rio Nexus Champion across the sky. The room fell silent, for a heartbeat before the victory music blared through the speakers. Rio slumped back in his ergonomic chair, his chest heaving as he pulled off his headset. "I don't even know what happened, guys," he laughed breathlessly into the mic, his face lit by the shimmering victory screen. "I think the Nexus just had a mind of its own tonight, or maybe," he looked down at the Aegis pod, where Lily was, already curling back into a tight white ball, looking as innocent as a cloud. "Maybe it was just Lily's luck again," he said, reaching down to scratch her behind the ears. He didn't notice the small, glowing green command executed notification fading from a hidden secondary monitor near the floor. Lily leaned into his touch, her short fur still warm from the hardware's heat. She let out a soft, satisfied huff. The rank 1 spot was secure, and her human finally had his trophy. Rio turned back to the camera, flashing a triumphant grin. "Thanks for tuning into the Nexus, everyone. See you in the next raid." As he hit the end stream button, the green lights dimmed, leaving the room in a peaceful twilight. Lily closed her eyes, her secret safe for another night, while the lucky champion began checking his new sponsorships. As the silence settled, the Aegis pod began its silent post-match maintenance, dispensing a single high-grade treat as a reward for its true operator. Rio was already busy on his phone, oblivious to the fact that his 4-pound lapdog had just saved his digital legacy. Lily let out a final, soft snore, the light of the rank 1 trophy reflecting in the rhinestones of her collar. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and until next time, stay super.